Howdy, folks. So, as promised, here is the vacation planning uh, bot that Ashley mentioned previously on the Twitter. So, with that, let's just get this show started. So, Ashley put together this really great prompt. Um, Hi, ChatGPT. I am a CPA who specializes in federal and state income tax returns and a whole bunch of other stuff that you should customize to your organization. You are a vacation date finder bot. First, please list out all of the filings and project dates that I need to plan around. So, ChatGPT is going to take that information and do with it the things that it does. Basically, pull together a whole bunch of dates that will look very familiar to those of us who have been around this profession for a while. So, as it pulls together those dates, and it's also going to mention some stuff around tax planning as well, we're going to pull up the next prompt while that processes. So great, thank you. Based on these timelines and keeping in mind that year-end planning works best the last week of November and first week of December, if I want to take 5 weeks of vacation off in 2024, 1 week at a time, what weeks would you suggest? So what Ashley has done here is she's added some parameters around when she's planning for tax planning. And then she has also highlighted 1 week at a time rather than the literal 5 weeks of vacation. So with that, we're going to look at that prompt and it's going to process and think about the dates that would be most appropriate. Keep in mind, you may not agree with all these dates, and that is okay. You can modify these dates. All too often, people look at the output from ChatGPT and say, I disagree, it's wrong. Well, it's okay to disagree. You can adjust these dates, but it's going to do its best job based on our request of putting together some dates. So this is great. So now we have some dates when we can go on vacation. And now operationally, there's a bunch of stuff we need to do. So why don't we take on some of those operational things? Great, thank you. Could you please draft an email template in a warm and friendly tone to send out a month before each office closure? Please make it less than 200 words and bold important pieces of information. The entire office will be closed for a break. So now we're going to create an email template that we're going to be able to reuse in the future to notify our clients that we are going to take some time off. So it's going to do a nice job of staying warm and friendly with a happy little palm tree emoji. I hope this email finds you well. Note, if you receive an email that starts that way, GPT was probably used. So keep your eye out for that and customize it. And notice it is bolding the important information that we asked it to do. So it understood the instructions and it's doing a great job of creating a concise email for us to send out. Now, this is awesome. So now we have an email that we need to send out, but everybody needs a good reminder. So why don't we have it create a reminder? Can you please create a similar email to remind folks a week before that the office is closed? So again, ChatGPT is not only going to create a template for that reminder email, because we asked for a similar email, it's going to follow the same kind of parameters that we gave it previously. Sticking with the warm and friendly emoji. It's also going to actually remember to bold important information and put together that reminder email. So this is awesome. But what about those people who show up last minute, inevitably, and they want something from you? Friday, 4 p.m., you're ready to roll out. Well, let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT to create that template reply for us and our team to have in our back pocket and remove the stress of those last minute situations. So could you create a similar email to respond to last minute work requests to be completed before the office closure? Please let them know the project will be addressed when we reopen. Please make it only 200 words and be firm, but have a kind tone. So it's going to put together that template email. You know we're going to have to use it. Thanks for reaching out. We regret to inform you that we're going to be temporarily closed, taking a break, but your work is a top priority when we get back. It does a really nice job of following the instructions, again, putting together that template that we're going to adjust a little bit based on the circumstance, but it's a really good start, and it removes some of that frustration when that email or request comes in. So how about also update our client handbook with the information so clients are aware of this? So I don't know if you have a client handbook, but Ashley has a client handbook, and ChatGPT will help you maintain that client handbook. So with that request, it is going to open up office closure notice for annual breaks. It's going to create a schedule when you can expect that the office will be closed. based on all the parameters that we gave it. Other important notes, I mean, it's actually doing a better job than I would have done, and it probably would have taken me 3 hours just to create this really nice little bulleted list with emojis for the client handbook. So really cool use of GPT. So we've got the emails, we've got the reminder emails, we've got the last minute request template, we've got the client handbook that's been updated. What are the other things that we should probably be thinking about? Well, good thing ChatGPT is great at brainstorming. So the next prompt that Ashley has created, sorry, Ash, is about what else can we use. So she is going to put in here, are there any other ways to suggest communicating these closures to clients? The emphasis should be holding firm boundaries, kindness, and not overworking the staff before the office closure. So ChatGPT is going to take those instructions and it's going to give us 10 recommendations for doing a really good job of updating this. Email signatures, I love that idea. Website, social media updates, personal phone calls. You know, there's some clients who want that phone call. Updating the office voicemail message, client meetings. If you have a newsletter, making sure it's in there that goes out. The automatic email responses, you could probably even use GPT to create a template of some fun email responses for you and your team. Reminder emails, we've talked about that. And then actually, I think, clear deadline communication. These are things that we already took into consideration. Client portal notifications, that's another good one if you have a client portal. So this is probably a few hours worth of work from sitting down and looking at a calendar, trying to think about things, to creating templates, updating the handbook, and then thinking about all the other things that need to happen. So really solid use of stuff and within GPT, and enjoy using the Vacation Planner bot.